Certainly is a beautiful day up here at Harriman State Park. Very relaxing. Time to head on to the other side. Hello! Right now I am up at the Silver Mine Lake section of Harriman State Park. The very spot where my favorite episode of The Sopranos was filmed. The Pine Barrens episode. Doubled as a road, creating the illusion that this was one of the entrances, when in fact it was not. The actual entrance is right there, which makes it pretty convenient for a production crew to leave their trailers and vehicles and everything else. A vehicle would not drive along here. It ends down there towards the dam, where you will see over on this side the lake is, and it connects. That mountain line there is also seen in several shots. I knew it was Harriman State Park, and I did a deep dive into it, and I found that it was actually the Silver Mine Lake section. This was a fun mission of sorts that I was on, to find these locations, these exact locations, and I'm glad I was able to do so. All right, now again, getting back to what I was saying. See this tree here? See how those branches form off? Right, still the same, amazing. Even this, look at that right there. See that branch? Ah, awesome. Yep, bingo. This is so great. This is exactly where the car was parked. And they get out and you see these crisscrossing trees right here. Oh, still there. And this tree, when the trunk is open, that's awesome. Awesome. And when the car pulled in, the cameraman is right here behind this tree, I believe. Let's line up this shot as best as we can here. So the vehicle came down this path, drove along, came to a stop. Oh yeah, there we go. Wait a minute. There we go. And you will see these branches coming off of that tree and this set of trees here, along with this guy, matches up perfectly. That's awesome. Those look like pine trees to me. A few of these branches have snapped off at the end, but you'll be able to make out the shape as well as those branches coming off of it. You'll see this tree as well too. Take a good look at that. See how it matches up? Then the camera pans left. But you'll also notice this log, this down log that's been rotting away for years, is in that shot as well. Pretty incredible. Now, a few trees have come down and gone up in a 20-year period, but really get the idea right here. This is where they led them up to. This looks very familiar here. Some other trees have actually grown up in the area since as well, which makes it another challenge to find some of these exact spots. trees right here. And you'll notice the distinctive shape right here. This tree on the left is no longer completely standing, which is a common theme for the area. Awesome. Now, they're firing in this direction here, but you'll see that can't be the actual spot where the Russian was running off, when in fact, playing within the confines of this area, yeah, it would be in that direction where he went running off over the hill and dropped off. There was a slight decline to the right. You'll notice the shadows being casted to the left, the light source coming from the right, consistent with the winter months from which that episode was shot. And so they came running up in this direction in search for the crazy Russian. Puzzled and perplexed, they had no idea where the Russian had gone. They weren't even sure if they hit him. Well, Chris was. Chris definitely had a better idea. Now we were just right over there in between those trees, and now we flipped the angle and the shot, and we get this. Aha. And here's the spot right here where Paulie was standing when he was on the phone with Tony.
I said we're looking for it.
It's like she gets sciatica. The whole world runs.
Could survive.
But you will see, again, this tree right here, along with the mountain line there and ridge running off in the distance in that direction in this shot. Standing right about here. And then Chris would have been right around here. And again, that's where the road is in reality. But they did a good job covering it up. Well, the snow added to that effect. And they definitely shut down that road during production. This episode is filled with one funny line after another. Forget about the interior decorator. I still laugh about that when I hear it. But yeah, this was one funny episode. And you'll see that tree right there in the background.
Wait a minute. We walked in a circle.
All right, let's reason this out. We were driving south, and the sun's setting there.
What good's that to us?
That's a good question, Chris. I'd say you were lost.
We're not lost.
Take a notice at that distinctive tall tree right there. you'll begin to get the picture. Yep.
Call me back.
We've been standing right about here.
You're not gonna believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator.
The episode creates the appearance that they're in completely different areas, when in fact they are side by side. Right there is where Tony and Bobby come walking up the hill, and they meet right over here. Get back to that in a minute. But this is where Chris and Paulie come walking up from. Notice that right there? Yep. Try to get the exact shot. But it's a little difficult. But you basically get the idea right here. These distinctive features, 1, 2, 3, right there. Everything else matches up. Awesome. Yeah, TV history happened right here. This is where that rescue scene happened. And you will see, standing in the exact spot, see that tree right there. 1, 2, 3. This tree in the foreground. Again, that mountain line running down to the left in this shot. Amazing. Very cool. where they set up the barricade, the chain barricade for authorized vehicles only. All you do is continue down and you will reach that spot right there, that bald spot right in front of the lake, and then you just proceed up. Play the match game. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Taking you on a tour of the filming locations used in my favorite episode of The Sopranos. I'm pretty satisfied with the amount of exact locations I was able to match up, but a couple remain a mystery, just like Valery and Paulie's car. What the hell happened to that? I see some potentially poison berries in there. It had to have been parked right on the side of the trail here at the bottom. Again, this is where Paulie and Christopher first drive down. This episode is so crazy. Weird loose end though, I must say. I mean, the car is gone, the Russian is gone. Maybe he took the car to Atlantic City. Maybe he hit big with that money that was left in the glove compartment. It's the only logical explanation. He took the car, he went to Atlantic City, he let it ride, he hit big, and he went back to Russia. Got himself a new entertainment system and universal remote. Oh boy, full circle. Amazing. They moved the barricade up a little bit because Chris and Paulie parked a little farther down the trail here. They have to almost climb up a small embankment there. See this in the background. It's beautiful up here. It really is. This is more than likely everybody's favorite episode. You know, it was special. It's roughly an hour or so from New York City, not too far from the New Jersey border. It was intended to be filmed at the Pine Barrens section of southern New Jersey, but HBO and the county executive couldn't reach an agreement, so this became the spot.